Hey family, how you guys doing? Good, I hope. Welcome to Phie.Love Intuitive Conversations. If you like my content, please do like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, keep in mind that I will never step out of my own way to contact you with my email address. The only time you will hear something from me is if there is something that I need to reply to. It may have come from you. I am not asking for any money. I'm not asking for any donations. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, if you like my content, please do like, share, and subscribe. Hitting the like button helps me out a lot and helps get my content out there too. So, yeah, let's get into our topic for today, okay? So, family, today I'm being guided by Spirit to get into the topic of us becoming a little bit more aware of where can we make a change within ourselves and within our own lives, right? By paying attention to how we can adjust or change the way that we maybe respond to situations. Do we have a tendency to act out of defense? Do we have a tendency to act out of entitlement? Do we have a tendency to act out of ego? Do we have a tendency to respond unconsciously, not realizing that we're responding in a way that is actually from a triggered place and us trying to protect ourselves in some way, shape, or form? Are we aware when we are responding to life out of places from our trauma? Or are we responding to life from a place of balance and from a place of, pause, understanding, and flow? Are you unconsciously in a frantic state, not knowing that, your normal state of being has become one that is ungrounded and unbalanced and constantly on the move and just trying to get things going and out of the way, that you don't really pay attention to how it is that you're receiving life and responding to it? In what ways? How have you been trained through your own upbringing to handle situations, to look at life, to feel about life, to respond to people through your own judgments that come from your own childhood and the judgments that your parents have somehow maybe trained into you and instilled in you through their own way of just being, and you identifying with them, because that's what we do as kids, right? We grow and we identify with our parents in a specific way, shape, or form. If they feel some way about something, then that must be how, it is. That's life, right? Because my parents have somehow displayed it to me in that way, and it becomes an unconscious way of being. But maybe that unconscious way of being we don't recognize might be hindering us in some way, might be causing us to respond in like I said, in ways that are out of balance. I can take myself, for instance. I've spoken about this in my past videos. I come from a family background of people who are full of drama, people who are reactive to everything. They're narcissists, and they, everything is a fight. Everything is, everyone responds to things from a place of being a fresh wound, if I can put it that way, mildly. So even the smallest bit of pushback, you know how it is with narcissists. The moment you put a boundary back, the moment you stand your ground, they have a tendency to push back and not want to accept somebody standing in their own truth, in their own ground, right, in their own right. Somebody saying no, somebody having a boundary, someone telling them that, I don't agree with you, I don't think this is how I would like to do it, or how it should be done, if it goes against to what they like or what they want, or how they're used to, receiving or using you as a supply in some sort of way. Are we still together? So from having that kind of response to situations growing up, I had to recognize in myself that I allowed them to project that onto me. I was for a very long time operating from a place of defense because I felt like I always needed to defend myself against the people around me. So any small thing, that someone would come at me that would make me feel like it's standing against what I feel I need to stand in my truth for, would shoot me up into a defense mode. And not in a defense mode of trying to assert power over somebody, but in a defense mode of trying to stand in my own truth, because I grew up around people who did their best to not allow me to do that, because I challenged them by not flowing with the way they expected me to flow, because it would make their life easier. And however else one would like to have, however a narcissist's brain works is really, we're not going to get into that right now. So I over time had to pay attention to how have I been reactive, how has my upbringing and the way I've had to respond to certain situations from a child moving forward and growing up, how has all of that affected the way I relate and receive and respond to the world? Where did where was I unconsciously in a place of responding rash, thinking that anybody on the outside of me who tries to stand up, or who tries to move me in a certain direction, or tries to or pushes a button that makes me feel like they're trying to take my power away, or like they're trying to be against me standing in my truth, right? I had to take a step back on my own journey and my own self-reflection and self-work and self-work, and recognize, where am I handling the world in a way that I was made or got comfortable handling the people, or having to stand up for myself, or deal with the people that I grew up with, or who raised me, or who taught me how to communicate. Where do I need to make a change? Where is my old way of doing things? Where is the toxic way that I have learned causing me issues in my life? Where is it giving me problems with communication in my relationships? Where is it stopping people from, where is it stopping me from allowing people to get close? Where is it stopping me from relating to people? Where is it stopping me from, seeing the next person's perspective and the next person's point of view from a higher perspective, and not from a perspective of having to be in a place of self-defense? Living with narcissists, and being raised by narcissists, has a tendency of putting the empath, or the person who has to deal with them, into a, constant place in life of feeling like they have to defend themselves, feeling like they have to stand up for themselves, feeling like they need to speak their truth. And one can get stuck in that, and one can start viewing the rest of the world and anyone else who you want, or who tries to get close to you, with those same kind of goggles or glasses. So I had to make a change. I had to recognize, where is my need and my perspective of thinking I need to defend myself against people and situations, making my life difficult on the outside world, where I don't have to be that way. Where can I change my communication? Where can I be more balanced? Where can I take a pause? Where can I try to first hear how or what the next person could be trying to convey, and not, you know, interpret them from a place, or from my own place of trauma. Now that is just a small example of what I'm talking about, but where can you pay more attention to the areas within yourself and in your life that can be tweaked a little? You know, we don't have to get in our egos and think that I'm the best, I'm the greatest, I'm the best communicator, I'm A, B, and C. You know, this is not me. All of us always have work to do on ourselves. All of us would not be here on this earth's surface if we did not have to elevate and not have to grow and evolve out of certain aspects of ourselves in some way, shape, or form. We're here on this earth's surface to challenge one another and to help each other grow and be better versions of who we are today and what we've come from. And we're not going to be able to change by always looking at the outside and saying that the outside is causing us to be a certain way. If you're existing around people who are triggered, people who trigger you all the time, you have the option to not be triggered. You have the option to stand in your power and be silent. Focus on yourself. Focus on your own goals. Recognize where their energy, where you're taking on their energetic communication to meet them at their level and be the same. It's not easy, but once you become aware of how the outside world and the energetic communication from the people that you engage with is tugging at you inside to meet them at their level, you'll then, you know, start recognizing where you can have also internal boundaries, your energetic boundaries, and decide the way you operate is not how I'm going to operate. I'm not going to meet you on your level of communication. I'm not going to meet you on your level of perspective, or how you see the world, or how you expect me to behave to make you feel comfortable. I hope what I'm saying is making sense. Where can you elevate? Where can you be a better example? Where can you shut down the drama around you and in your life by just doing the opposite to how you would normally respond? Walk away. As I said, be silent. Focus on yourself. Keep your plans to yourself. Don't give the person on the outside all the ammunition by sharing everything about yourself, sharing everything about what you're doing, giving the person on the outside who probably doesn't mean you well the power to hinder you, the power to project energy, you know, towards you that makes you feel like they want you to feel that you can't do it, you shouldn't do it, that you should be giving in another way. When you're here to focus on yourself, you're here to develop yourself. You're not here to be with somebody else. You're not here to hold someone else's hand. You're not here to be someone else's savior. You're here to develop yourself. You're here to elevate. You're here to evolve, and you're here to ascend. And so is the next person. And yes, the societal programming is all about attachment and having to prove yourself and having to give in to what society expects out of you, because that's how they move us away from focusing on what it is that we're actually here on earth to do. Anyway, I'm not gonna ramble. Just, yeah, in this video, take some time to think about it. Where are there tweaks? Where are there things in your life that you can do? Where is there some shadow work and self-work that you can engage in to change the way you handle things in life? Because none of us are perfect, and there's always an area, a space, or a perspective that we can, you know, elevate from, grow into, recognize, and be different and be better, not for the next person, not for anyone out there, but for yourself. And then later, once you've mastered yourself, you're a good example to the rest out there who may need someone to learn from, someone to look up to, someone to be like, someone to be different in the crowd, so they can be like, okay, well, that person seems pretty chilled, pretty calm, pretty peaceful. What are they doing different that I am not doing different in my life, or that I'm not doing in my life? Why is my life filled with so much havoc? Why is my life feeling like it's not on track, or feeling like, you know, it's on track for a week and then next week there's something else? What can you do different? And best believe, once you've elevated from one thing, there'll always be something else to elevate as well. So let's not be one-track minded about our growth and think that the template that society puts out to us to move towards, and, you know, and interpret growth, progression, and life as, is the way we need to go. Okay, the way we need to go is within, and stop putting so much dependence and expectancy, I guess, or I don't know what the word is that I want to use, on the outside. Because if you put it all on the outside is going to direct you and tell you where you need to go and what you need to do. Someone else's experience, someone else's words, someone else's, you know, trauma, someone else's perspective out of their trauma is going to be the thing that's guiding you and your decisions. And then you won't understand why you end up in certain consequences and places in life, right? It's because you didn't go within, you didn't trust yourself, you didn't choose to, you know, use your own compass, your own emotions, your own intuition, your own mind, your own way. You chose to rely on the experience of someone else who's operating out of their unhealed trauma. So, yeah. Family, I'm going to pull a card from Ascendant Masters, okay? And let's see what we have to... oh, that was quick. Drink more water from Oshun came out. So I guess somebody needs to drink more water. We need to heal our emotions and operate from a place of feeling. I'm not saying operate out of your emotions. I'm saying operate from a place of feeling. There's a difference. Intuition. But you need to first cleanse, heal, elevate, and get to a point of trusting yourself and your intuition, and not feeling the need to always get an input from something or someone on the outside. Okay? So, let's see what the book has to say on drinking more water. Okay. This card comes to you as a sign that your body is thirsty for pure water. Drink water, guys. Drink water as much as you can. Symptoms such as fatigue, difficulty in concentrating, irritation, and excessive hunger can actually be dehydration in disguise. Water helps you flush harsh energies and toxins that your sensitive body might otherwise absorb. Bless your water before drinking it to give yourself a boost of positive energy. I always put some gratitude and blessing and, you know, speak over my water, all, you know, thanks and what it does for me and how it hydrates me, how it keeps me connected with source. You know, I give thanks and blessing to all of it before I drink water, and in my own little ways I do notice the differences and how it helps, and the water just feels more inviting and enjoyed by well, I guess my body enjoys the water more and feels differently about it, after I bless it. But again, it's each to their own, right? Just saying. Additional meanings for this card: spend time near an ocean, lake or river. Rainfall is significant. Buy a water purifier. Avoid drinking chemical-laden liquids such as sodas, coffee, or alcohol. Sweat either through exercise, a steam bath, or a sweat lodge. Those are the additional meanings to this card. So yeah, family, I hope this resonated with you, and if you've come this far, please do hit the like button, and it helps me a lot. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.